Hello, welcome to Mimi's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. I am back with the Collage Weekly Planner hosted by Marguerite Muller, and we are on week 46. Week 46. Oh my goodness. Anyway, um, so the prompts for today are stitching, real, drawn, or stamped. So I have some floss here, embroidery floss, and some needles, so I will do some stitching with that. Not sure exactly where, how, and what. Something with fins I am not going to include. I'm going to use the bonus. A bit of green. I have some fussy cuts here and they have leaves on it. That will be my bit of green. I will pick one. A dessert item. I looked in my book, in my magazines, and this one is from September 1958. And there was an image in here. I have already cut into this book. I mean, there was lots of food, lots of desserts, but I decided I'm going to use this one. This guy eating his dessert. And what else? Dessert item communication, and I found a lady on the phone. Here, she has a lovely pink phone, so we'll use that. And it also came from the same magazine from 1958. I love these old magazines. They are so filled with wonderful images and advertisements and things. And then a bonus is a office supply, and I have this self-inking stamp. It doesn't self-ink anymore, so I'll have to ink that. I also brought some stamps that can be office supply too, and there might be some green in there as well. So that is it. Let's start by deciding where we will put the images more or less. Let me just make some room here and make these a little let's make these a little smaller. And see how they will fit in on my pages. I'm thinking this will probably not take too long because I have two big images again, like I did last week. Okay. Oops. Oh no. Come on. Let me just get that side of the ruler and see if that will work better. Definitely that side. Okay, let's just get rid of that and bring. Oops, okay, stuff is falling off my table because I'm covered in Christmas items and all kinds of things. So I was thinking of maybe just adding the big images in here. But I can do this one a little smaller. She doesn't do not need all of that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so let's do the background and see where that takes us. So I have some older books here that I can grab some pages from. Let's do this. Just different fonts and different colors. Okay, we have to do I want to add some pink in here? Maybe. Let's see. Can always cut a little bit of this off on the bottom too. Okay, we'll do that. So we'll start with maybe this one here. No, I'm so sorry. I think I am getting another cold. I can't believe it. It's I just recovered from one and now I am feeling like the next one is already here. That's just how it goes for me in the winter a lot of times. Going from one cold to the next. And hopefully this one, if it is a cold, won't be as bad as the previous one. Okay. I have to start thinking. I'm thinking, where am I going to add the stitching? I have to add that somewhere. And where do I want to get rid of this? Part of the papers, and these are papers again from my shop. This is the pink lace painted papers. Could maybe use that part and stitch on this. Okay, we might do that. Okay. Back and forth because the images are so big. Just use this blob of glue stick, and I'm putting a lot of glue on so that it will stick and stay. Oops. So yeah, what have you been up to this week? Let me know. It's been a busy week again for us, going through lists from the insurance company and just trying to figure out what we should start replacing, what they are going to just get rid of, what we want to keep. Because some of the things that are damaged are sentimental and we obviously want to keep some of it, and then they'll have to go ahead and clean it. Okay, so shall we just glue these? Oh, I decided to make this one a little smaller as well. Maybe take the one, I want the dessert, at least one dessert, maybe something like that. And then her, we need to, I can always fussy cut this as well, but I kind of like the idea of two images on you know, kind of like this. She's phoning him and while he's eating his dessert kind of thing. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll add smaller things onto those pages. Maybe wait. There's better glue pages. Sorry, I'm just looking at those images and thinking, I might want to use those. I don't want to glue on them. We'll use these pages to glue on, and then I can make a decision later on. Okay. My poor book has taken a beating this year. I don't know if it was me or if I just stuffed it too much, but I've had to repair it a couple of times, so I'll have to work on this book before the end of the year too. And then next year maybe put more signatures in a book, something like that, so it won't happen again. It didn't happen last year. I used a altered book last year too with the Marguerite Muller challenge, and it worked out just fine, but this book just didn't want to stand the test of time, I suppose. Okay, so now let's see what we can do with some stitching. And I was thinking maybe doing this, or I had some Swiss dot laying around here. I have no plan. I have to admit, I have no plan. Maybe we'll just do a little cluster here of some sorts and do some stitching in on that, maybe. Swiss dot on top or behind. Okay, I am thinking, what am I going to do? I didn't totally plan this out, so we'll have to see how it goes. Maybe the Swiss dot just crumpled up there in the back, but I don't really want to use fabric tack because I still need to sew through all of this. Let's see if we can figure out some kind of cluster to sew, and we still need the office supply item. Something like that. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in here just to keep it down while I'm going to sew. Okay, and then what color do we want? Do we want a blue thread? We could do pink, I'm not too crazy. Oh, and we still need something green. Okay, let's do the blue. Or do we want something? Okay, I'm gonna go with this blue. And my needle, and of course my pokey tool is gone, but we'll just not poke anything. Some thread in here, and I think I'm going to use all 6 strands, and I'm hoping this needle is big enough for that. And of course I have glue on my finger. Let me just clean my fingers first. And maybe that will help. Okay, let's get on to sewing on the paper. And I'm just gonna do like big running stitches. Almost like oversized running stitch. Because I have a couple of layers here, it is a little bit more difficult to get through, but not impossible. Okay. And I think what I want to do is just leave it. Maybe I'll make a knot first and then cut it. And maybe just separate these a little bit. Okay. We can work on that a little bit more in a bit. So let's see what we still need, because I'm pretty sure I don't have everything yet. So we have the stitched, we have that here. Fins, we're not going to do a bit of green. Okay, so we need, just grab the fussy cuts here. We need something green, and I was thinking about this. Maybe coming around here. That could work. Something green, or a bit of green, she said. Yeah, I think think I'm just going to go with that one flower there. Just put the fussy cuts away. Oh, and then the office supply needs something here, so we'll have to find something. But let's stamp this. We'll stamp it on our... I'll have to put some ink on here because the self-inking on this is not working anymore. So let's see if I can get it to work. Okay, and I do like that kind of almost like a label around there. I think I'm just going to cut that out as if it's a label. Okay. I'll bring this back in. I have some stamps here. Stamps can also be a office supply if you ask me. Maybe that one. I think I got these stamps from my friend Camille, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I'm going to use that one. Oops. Let's get all this back. Okay, so let's glue this down, and I want that kind of on the leaf but behind the stem. I think that's how I had it. Could do something like that. I am going to glue this down with fabric tag because it has to sit on the Swiss dots, and maybe this one too. Just oops. Glue. Okay, and then this one, let's just do that with fabric tack too, since we have it out here already. And then I need to find maybe a word or something to put there, not sure what, but we'll find something. And then this, now I can just use my art glitter glue to get into. I'm gonna use the art glitter glue just because I'm doing the this flower here. Yeah, we've had like I said, a busy week. My cats were put on a diet by the vet after we took them to the vet the other day, and so they weren't very happy for a very long time. Actually very annoying. They kept meowing, asking for food, and it's not a good meow. It's, yeah, anyway. But I think they finally decided, you know what, we just have to make our peace with this situation, because they just stopped asking for food constantly, and I am trying to keep them more active, which is not easy if you have lazy cats to begin with, but because they're now confined into the rental house, I don't want to let them outside, even though we have a yard, but there's a very busy road just just outside the back fence, so I don't want them to go on the road, and I am scared they might run away. But other than that as well, I don't want them on that road. So they are way less active, and they did gain a lot of weight. It's easier with the dog. We can walk her, or she can go to the yard because she can't get outside of the fence, but the cats are a little bit more difficult. So I bought them, the vet said I should buy them like a active feeder or something like that, they call it. It's a little ball, and you put their food in the ball, and then they have to play with the ball so that the kibble gets released from the ball, and then they can eat. So that has worked really well. The only problem was that because I have 2 cats, 2 balls, I needed to separate. Now I have to separate them for when they eat, so I just do it once a day because that on its own is a problem. Get them into a big enough room to have the ball rolling far enough for them to get enough exercise. Anyway, that's my cat saga at the moment. Trying to get the cats active, and at least they're not hiding in the bedroom anymore. So let's see if we can find some words. Okay, this might take a while. Okay. Yeah. Social studies, the dateline. That might be something that we can. That's the beauty of Lux. I just love the images in these books. They're just so beautiful. Okay. No, excuse me. I might. Excuse me. I have to cough. Like I said, I'm. Okay, let's just go with Dateline since she is on the phone with him. We'll just go with that. Tear up the whole thing. Might not be the best color for this, but there's nothing I can do about that. Otherwise, we might be here until tomorrow finding something, some words or something to go on there. I have this. I wonder if it will go through. Maybe if I glue it, oops, onto another thicker page. Let's glue it onto this. And then see if I can use the sponge. And I'm not sure if I like this, so let's see. This was a bunch from Stampin' Up. I've had it for years, so I'm not sure if you can still get this stamp. It was Stampin' Up and EK Success, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe do something like that, and maybe I will just sew another line in there, huh? Big running stitch in here again. And we'll just do it until the thread runs out, so I'm not sure it'll go all the way down, but does it really matter? And again, it's not straight, of course. Can't do anything straight. My life depended upon it. I probably... Okay. Still won't do it straight. Let me see what I can do here. Hi. Okay, one down, and let's stop at the top again, and then just do a knot in here. My fingers are all sticky again with all the glue on it. Okay. So let's see what we can do here. I am just, let's do this like that. And do we want another stamp or something there? I'm not sure. Let's just quickly see, sorry, what I have here. Maybe the brown one. Let's see. No, I don't actually like it. So let's just keep it simple. Okay, lots of glue on here because I do have the stitching. And that's going to eat up my glue stick, that punched part. But, oh, not too bad. Usually there it ends up with a lot of glue on there. Okay. Just want to make sure all these little pieces are glued down. Okay, let's just leave it. The only thing I do want to do is maybe this white stamp just looks really white to me, so let's just tone that down a little bit. This is vintage photo, and I'm just going to over the white pieces here just add a little bit of vintage photo. Okay, and that's it for today. So let's see if we did get everything we need. I kind of so feel like I want something here. Anyway, my list. Okay, now my prompts are stuck to my glue page and my table is a mess. Okay, it's week 46 and the prompts is stitching, real or real, stamped or drawn, so I have that on there. Something with fins I didn't use today. Can't think that there's anything with fins on here. That's fine. A bit of green. Here's my bit of green. A dessert item is the pie down here. Communication is the telephone there. And a bonus is office supply, and I have the draft stamp, self-inking stamp here, as well as the postage stamp. So that is it for today. Another fairly fast collage. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and that you would like and subscribe to my channel and follow along the rest of the week. I'm still working on the Christmas craft of 23 that is hosted by Rachel Bella Crafts, and I will also have some other videos up this week, so stay tuned and see what I come up with. Anyway, I will talk to you soon. Have a lovely day and goodbye.